tale of Amari Collins begins on a spring day in 1979 in the heart of Hartsville, NJ. Amari, affectionately known as Little Fawn by her family due to her deep love for deer, had a challenging start in life. Her mother, Laura, was a struggling addict who gave birth to Amari when she was just 17 years old. Unfortunately, Amari's father was taken away from her at a young age due to a tragic drive-by shooting in 1989. Although he was absent for most of her life, the news of his death still managed to deeply sadden his only daughter. Amari never truly had the opportunity to know her father and her mother, believing that attending his funeral would help Amari overcome the years of disconnection, insisted that she be present. Reluctantly, Amari attended, even though her memories of him were fleeting. However, her mother's intentions were sincere, as she hoped that facing this loss together would bring them closer. At the age of 11, Amari began spending more time with her father's side of the family. During these visits to her father's house, Amari found herself in the company of her uncle, her father's younger brother, who was now 17 years old. As Amari's grandmother worked the night shift, her uncle was left in charge of watching over her. One fateful weekend, while Amari sat downstairs watching television, her uncle approached and sat beside her, initiating unwanted advances. When she bravely motioned for him to stop, he threatened her with violence, promising to harm her if she ever spoke of his actions. Fearful for her life, Amari remained silent, enduring the unspeakable acts her uncle forced upon her. This continued each time she visited her grandmother, with her uncle ensuring that any visible damage was kept to a minimum so as not to arouse suspicion. The cycle of abuse persisted until her yearly physical examination at the doctor's office, where the physician noticed the visible bruises around her vaginal area. Concerned, the doctor asked Amari's mother if she had been engaging in sexual activity. Faced with this question, Amari finally mustered the courage to confide in her mother about the ongoing horrors she endured at her grandmother's house. Determined to seek justice, her mother pressed charges, leading to her uncle's imprisonment for 20 years for sexual assault and rape. However, his fate took a grim turn when another inmate discovered his heinous crimes and took matters into his own hands, ending his life.
Amari turned 16. The weight of the trauma she experienced began to take a toll on her mental well-being. Depression consumed her, exacerbated by her mother's descent into heroin addiction after experimenting with drugs at a party. Now burdened with both her own mental health struggles and a mother battling addiction, Amari made the difficult decision to run away at the age of 18. Determined to find a way to support herself, she took to the streets, hoping to scrape together enough money for a small apartment. Unfortunately, the police informed her mother that they could not pursue her since she was now considered an adult, as New Jersey deemed individuals aged 18 and above as independent. Alone and vulnerable, Amari found herself seeking refuge in downtown Hartsville, a place where society's most destitute called home. In a quiet alleyway adjacent to a police station, Amari found a temporary sanctuary. It was here that her path crossed with Carla, who stumbled upon Amari sleeping under the stairs in her apartment building. The two women connected instantly, sharing stories of their similar struggles. And so, the journey of the Nightingales begins.